I don't know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I swear, I literally have no idea. So today I'm gonna be following your instructions from Instagram. You left comments down below, step-by-step guide on how to make a PB&J. That's fun. You guys are getting involved. This is new. This is exciting. So literally in second grade, this is where I got this idea. Second grade, my teacher had us do this experiment. So you have to make these instructions for how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Easy, right? No, not easy at all, at all. This is a difficult thing to do because you're like, put the peanut butter on the bread. Miss Everdeen, she's so extra. She would take the bread, she would take the peanut butter and go like this. You didn't tell me to open it up the bread and then the peanut butter. It's so obnoxious. How do you? Basically, no one knew how to do this because after 4 days of this experiment, the closest thing we got to a peanut butter or jelly sandwich was this. You seeing that right there? That's what we're doing today because frankly, I'm kind of hungry anyways. This is a win-win for me. So let's take a look at your Instagram comments. All right, out Rolly Scott coming in with the heat. Just use a spoon, SMH. Wow, loving my PB&J. Not. You kidding me? That's not detailed. That's a shame. Let's give it a taste test. What do I just eat the spoon? Is that what you want, Scott? 0 out of 10. Tastes like booty. Come on, Scott. Pick up your game. You would have failed second grade. Probably did. Just kidding, Scott. I'm sure you're a great guy. Scott failed. That's your grade, F-. I don't even think F- is a thing. It is now. You're so bad you just invented a new grade scale. This guy's just weird. Suck you the nut out of you. What does that even mean? All right, El Big Grizzly Levi, get out of my comments. First, get out if bed. I like how you're thinking, but that's all they said. There's nothing about peanut butter, there's nothing about jelly, but at least you're thinking right. Okay, let's actually get to one that allows me to make something. Okay, so we finally have a detailed instruction manual thanks to cassie.person.ol. First, walk to your cupboard and open it. There to the left on the shelf, by your ear, there will be a loaf of bread. There's not a loaf of bread in my cupboard, first of all. Just to prove it. I mean, why would there be Did you put this? She said to obtain this, you must first raise your arms and then take the clip of the bag. Once you untwist the plastic, inside you may grab 2 pieces of bread. Not bad. Didn't tell me anything about a plate, Cassie. Then take these and place them on your wooden cutting board on the other side of your kitchen. I literally don't have a cutting board. I literally didn't know that was in there. Cassie, do you know where I live? So far, so good. This is beyond an A+ at this point. At this point, take my job. Then from the same shelf where you got the bread, you will find peanut butter. Okay, we literally just opened the cabinet and there was no peanut butter in there. Got the peanut butter, then you must obtain the jelly. This should be in your fridge unless you are psychotic. At this point, I might be psychotic because I don't know what's going on here. There's nothing, oh my God. The jelly will be on the leeway shelf in the door of the fridge. Grab this and take it to your station. Then, from the drawer below the station, when open, you will find silverware. Pick up 2 butter knives from the 3rd slot from the left. That's a fail, Cassie. This is not silverware. That's embarrassing. You don't even know where the silverware is? But I did bring a butter knife. Since she was so precise before, I'll let it slide. Open each jar carefully and place the lids on the counter. Oh! This is where she went wrong. She goes straight into, use your first knife to dig into the peanut butter. Pick up 2.132 tablespoons of peanut butter. All right, let me just pick up the peanut butter then, Cassie. Oh, you just lost several points, Cassie. I think you're down to an A- at this point. 2.132 tablespoons of peanut butter. Place this on the right slice of bread. How's that, Cassie? You will spread this crust to crust on this slice of bread. Okay, I thought I got her there. I thought she was gonna not say spread the peanut butter, but at this point, she knows where my belongings are more than I do. Let's be honest. Crust to crust, she says. This is looking pretty good. Hold up. Once that is complete, now it is time for the jelly. For this, you will do the same, except for this time, use a new knife, and you will only need 1.8925 tablespoons. I don't have another knife, so I'm just gonna, let's just act like we did. She didn't say to do that. That was my doing. Again, spread this crust to crust on the slice of bread. Crust to crust, crust to crust, crust to crust. That's looking nice. Now close the jars and put the knives in the sink. How do I close the jars, Cassie? Oh, is it sealed? This is gonna go bad thanks to you. Thanks a lot, Cassie. Unbelievable. Put the PB&J exactly where you got it from. The PB&J. Is she referring to peanut butter and jelly or the sandwich? Which one is it, Cassie? Make up your mind. I'm just gonna give her the benefit of the doubt here. All right, I guess I'm putting this here. Oh, this is what happens when you don't seal your peanut butter. Thanks a lot, Cassie. Now you will join these in harmony. Take the slice of bread with jelly in your hands
and turn in upside down.
Oh my God! What the heck are you talking about, Cassie? You ever heard of gravity? Didn't think about that one, huh? Isaac Newton's rolling in his grave right now. Unbelievable. Then you must ever so carefully place it on top of the peanut butter slice of bread. It's too late for that. It really is, because you know what happens when you turn bread upside down? It falls. That's science. Once you do this, a light tap upon the newly birthed sandwich is necessary. Boop. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Well, I'm gonna keep it real, Chief. There's a bug in here. That's disgusting, dude. You were on fire at first, Cassie. Life's all about how you finish, not how you start. Is that an expression? I don't think it is. I guess I'm gonna try to eat it. Here we go. No jelly in that bite. Unfrickin' believable. Look at that. You saw that peanut butter? Oh, what's happening? More gravitation? Possibly. I'm done and I'm disappointed. Cassie, you know what? Not only am I giving you a B-, I'm expelling you. You're done. You're done with school. You know what? That was our best sandwich yet. That was actually our first sandwich yet, so that's not saying much. Here we go. Yasmin's turn to give it a shot. 1, add peanut. I don't have a peanut, but I do have this stuff that looks like nuts. Great, thanks. Now what? Add butter. You trolling me, Yasmin? You trolling me right now. I think you are. Bread top. Checkmate, Yasmin. You got me. You think I'm gonna take a bite out of this on camera? You think I'm going to bite this thing just because you told me to bite? I almost puked. F-. Detention! Get out of my class. That's disgusting. That is so gross. Yasmin. You put peanut butter on one side and jelly on the other, and you can slap them together as hard as you can. Oh, that wasn't so bad. You know what's funny? In 2nd grade, we did this experiment. Literally, so many kids went home crying every day. It was a week-long experiment. Don't judge me on how I eat my peanut butter and jellies. I don't judge you on how you eat your peanut butter and jellies, so what's the big deal? Treat others how you're gonna be treated, you know what I'm saying? Multiple times throughout the day. I mean, we didn't even learn any. Should we be teaching this kid's math in 2nd grade? No. You know how many PB&Js I ate that week? 84. 84 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and they wonder why I got fat so quick. I love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They're so good. I'm just reminiscing on my grade school years. This kid, Andrew, got so mad at me one time. As I was going down the slide, this dude bit my finger and called it a French fry. He's like, oh, can I have a French fry? Bit my index finger to the point of where it was bleeding right here, and no one believed me. No one believed me that this guy, he's basically my bully, by the way, he also stabbed a pencil in my hand. Oh my God, it was like a war zone, 1st, 2nd grade. Jeez Louise. Andrew, if you're watching this, you're exposed. Hope it was worth it. Cops are on their way. Anyways, Miss Everdeen was so upset with us because it was the 3rd day and none of us had made a successful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We got close. Like that one girl, flipped the piece of bread upside down. Gravity, boom. We didn't know about gravity yet. This is 2nd grade. I can't even subtract yet, much less learn how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. None of us got it until the last day, and this guy, Colin, smartest dude I've ever met. In 2nd grade, he was smarter than anyone. Essentially, he wrote 75 steps. It took an hour for her to follow these steps, but he successfully made that peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It even got to the point where we were telling our teacher to breathe. Like, I don't think that's the purpose of this exercise, Miss Everdeen. Is this the Hunger Games? No. It was so obnoxious because I think she was like trying to figure out ways to make it more difficult. In reality, she wasn't even focused on, I think she was just having a bad week, dude. Our grades were terrible. Miss Everdeen, be sure to take a breath to supply oxygen to your body in between putting the peanut butter on the bread. Get out of here. You're just bullying us at this point. That's ridiculous. I'm trying to remember how Colin did it. I'm trying to think of some of the other small things that she made us do. What if we had to tell her to blink? She starts crying because her eyes are exposed to oxygen for so long. Worst class in my life. I still don't know how. This video is really just an excuse for me to make money while eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Let's be honest. Who made this one again? Oh no. Cameron has an idea. Walk to kitchen. Check. Grab bag of bread. How? How do I do that, Cameron? I'm not gonna be like my teacher, all right? I know how to grab a bread. Walk to table. Is this a table? Maybe not. Walk to cabinet. I actually don't know what the next step is. I should probably walk to cabinet, grab a plate. Oh, she didn't tell me to put it down. Guess I gotta hold the plate. She didn't tell me to put it down. Place hand in bag, grab 2 pieces of bread. You kidding me? I grabbed the butt. I can't control myself. Get out of here, butt bread. Lay bread on plate. Grab 2 knives. What's up with everyone and 2 knives? I only have 1. I'm just gonna use a spoon, whatever. Dude, she's not telling me to put anything down. I don't have enough hands for this. Walk back to table. Place knives on table. Thank you. Walk to cabinet. Grab jars of peanut butter and jelly. Please let me put these down. Please let me put these down, Cameron. Walk back to table. Place jars on table. Thank you. Okay. Open peanut butter. Wish I could put this plate down, Cameron. That'd be insanely awesome. Oh my God, this one's still... Never happened. Okay, stick knife and peanut butter and scoop. Spread on bread. This is really hard to do with one hand, I'm not gonna lie. All right, there it is. That's the best I can do. That's literally, look at that. Does that look like a good sandwich? No, it doesn't. I'll answer for you. You can't even talk to me. That's the crazy. That's the crazy. Open jelly. Stick knife and jelly and scoop. Why do people use knives for jelly? It doesn't stay on there. You seeing what I'm saying? That's why I'm using the spoon. Spread on bread. Ugh. Place hands on 1 slice and grab. She didn't tell me to put the spoon down, dude. Spread on bread, place hands on 1 slice and grab. I don't have an extra hand. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, was that on my, it landed on my phone. This is embarrassing. Is that what you're trying to do here, Cameron? You just want to embarrass me, don't you? Lay it on top of the other slice facing down. Of course, it's the butt piece. This sandwich is gonna suck. Cut sandwich vertically. What? You want me to cut this sandwich vertically? Do you even know what that means? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at this. Is that vertical enough for you? Looks pretty vertical to me. Look at that. Dinner served. Get out of my face. That's unbelievable. She has the audacity to make the last instruction serve. You want me to serve this to someone? Imagine I open up a peanut butter and jelly restaurant food truck. I'm gonna get arrested if I try to serve this. Oh my gosh, you kidding me? Gosh, I got jelly on my phone. Cameron, I'm gonna give you a D for dumb. This was the worst instructions yet. I'd be better off slapping 2 slices together. You gotta be kidding me. I'd rather eat the freaking nut butter sandwich. I just spit everywhere. All right, get this out of my face. Okay, this might be too detailed. This is almost concerning that she went to this extent. Zoe Simmons bakes, so she's a baker, but this actually makes sense. Bread, the wheat must be planted foremost. We're starting back on the farm. Oh my gosh. Then it must be harvested using a combine around its prime, mid-May to mid-July. It then must be transported with a grain truck and pass through several okay, I'm not even gonna read that. Bread and then jelly and then peanut butter and then bread. A+. This guy just commented the Declaration of Independence. The want, will, and hopes of the people menu. Unanimous Declaration of the 13th United States of America. In the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have... That's not sandwich related. Tell my mom, Step Bro Mertuza. See if I can DM him. Hey bro, your mom make me PBJ. Maybe that'll work. We'll see. Step 1, grab a jar of peanut butter. Step 2, grab a jar of jelly. Step 3, put them both back and order a pizza. Say no more, Chief. Hi, I'd like to order a pizza.
For pickup or delivery?
Delivery. Gotcha. All right, thank you so much. They don't deliver here. Anyways, it was a good idea. It really was. Shove it on some bread, that's literally it. Shove what on some bread? That's literally it. It tastes good. Please, guys, stop. You're so too kind. This was by far the greatest test of my culinary skill. I couldn't think of the word. First, you want to fill a 5.5 liter pot with water. Then you must pick it up and take it to the stove. Ignite the flames to high. Allow the water to boil in the midst of the flaming hot heat. Begin to place 2 slices of bread gently into the pool of water. The level of skill required to put the bread in correctly is immense. Take the largest scoop of peanut butter you can possibly imagine and gently tap it into the boiling water. Place an entire jar, yes, an entire jar of jelly into the boiling concoction. That is burped. Boil this concoction for 3 years. Now pick up the pot of boiling water and drain it. Drain it right into a drainer. I don't know what else to say. Look at that. Beautiful. Now pour the remainder onto a baking sheet, a pan, whatever it was called. I don't know, baking pan. Let the concoction bake in the oven for about 6. Good, remove it at once and enjoy your peanut butter and jelly. Wow, would you look at that? That is a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Oh my gosh. Can't believe it worked. What a great instructions. I mean, perfect ratio of jelly to peanut butter. The bread is nice and toasty and soft. Not gonna lie, whenever we started pouring it into the drainer, I had my doubts. And this is 100% real, as you can probably tell. Thank you so much for watching this terrible video. This was fun in a really weird way. I don't think any of us really know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, especially you, Cameron. Get out of my class. Unbelievable. Our last video literally hit 10 quintillion comments. So let's try to get close to that again. Maybe let's go for 9 this time. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're just about hit 10. And last but not least, this is an edible water bottle. It's made of sodium alginate, calcium lactate, and water, obviously. I learned how to make this stuff in my home. I'm gonna try my best, all right.